Hey everybody, G4 Video 5 here, and welcome back to some more Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the definitive edition. In this part, we will be completing the mission New Model Army for Zero.
What's happening, Zero?
I'm off to engage with destiny, good or bad.
What the hell are you talking about now?
The hour of judgment is upon me, and I must ask myself if I am a sheep or a goat. Carl, will you be my second? Here are some letters. I've left everything to you in case I don't make it. Please.
Already own it. What's wrong with you, man?
We are crossing the Rubicon. I am to engage in battle with Berkeley. At stake, honor and our very lives. It's funny. I've never noticed before how beautiful this time of year can be. I may never again see Rome in the springtime. A butterfly.
Come on with all the talking, man. Is you gonna battle Berkeley or what?
It's a fight to the death! Come hither! Behold, no man's land.
Man, y'all take this shit seriously.
Berkeley's headquarters is across no man's land. I'll drive the bandit, you fly the goblin, and help any way you can. If I get the bandit into Berkeley's base, he must leave San Fierro for good. Let battle commence!
Yes, and henceforth this battle shall be called the Battle of... Well, I don't want to get all offensive here, so I'll just stop there. But, yeah, we're going to be using this RC Bandit, or helicopter. Ooh, getting Vice City flashbacks here with the old Avery Carrington missions. But this RC helicopter / bandit has a giant magnet protruding from its private parts. And so we're going to be using this magnet in a variety of different ways, actually. The first way we could see, I'm using the magnet to move planks, across the map, as there are certain parts of the map in which the RC car that Zero is controlling cannot cross without a makeshift bridge. And so those planks will get moved to certain locations to act as a bridge, and how about the RC car in that way? Another way that we can use the magnet is by dropping these bombs, like that one song, She Dropped a Bomb on Me.
Carl, don't be an idiot. Use the goblin
But, you could drop these onto old Berkeley's minions, which are these stationary tanks placed around the map. And these bombs are quite deadly, and taking those things out, as just one accurately placed bomb can destroy those tanks and do some major damage there. So far so good. We're also moving barrels out of the way with the magnet, which is also important, as the RC car can't drive around them. And what we're doing right here seems a bit silly, but it's actually a strategic move in that we are catching ourselves on fire and then spreading that fire to a tank, which, also ends up destroying us. But we have more than one goblin to use during this mission, so we can do those types of things without really any repercussions, because I wanted to come back to this side of the map anyway to get ourselves another plank. But we also needed to destroy that tank there, so a really great way of knocking out two birds with one stone was to just catch ourselves on fire like that, and then get teleported back to our base to get another plank. And it sounds like old Zero is blocked up. Ooh, constipation, hitting at a critical juncture, maybe one too many cheese quesadillas. So we gotta fix that there by moving these barrels out of the way, and we could also use these barrels as a weapon too against these tanks. As I missed this first drop, but two accurately placed drops of a barrel onto tanks end up catching the tanks on fire, and then they end up exploding, as you can see. So that too can be used as a method of destruction against these tanks. And again, the cursed barrel's in the way, which it was so silly because you could just drive around them, to be honest. But I'm not going to complain, because I actually don't mind this mission all that much. And really, looking back on it, it's just supply lines. That is the annoying mission out of all of Zero's missions. This one is quite enjoyable, and the first one's kind of cool with the minigun stuff. So you know what, I think it's really just supply lines that brings down Zero's missions quite a bit, to where instead of being in like A tier as a mission giver, he's more like C or D tier just because of that mission. But anyway though, this mission, this silliness, has come to a close.
Ha ha! Ha! Berkeley, you, sir, are a loser. Leave the field of battle in shame, pack up your crummy mail-order business, and get out of my town! Carl, you are all a duelist like me could want in a second. Sir, I salute you.
Ah, yes, and I tip my fedora back to you, good sir, as we've now completed Zero's RC Shop mission strand, and so now the shop is an asset that generates up to $5,000 per day, which is a pretty good amount of money, so that's some good stuff right there. Now, that's not the last we've seen of Zero, so don't worry about that. We'll see him from time to time. But in the meantime, though, that completes this part. In the next part, we'll be taking on the next storyline mission, which is called 555 We Just the Tip for CJ. So until then, I will see you next time.